Your mind is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the architect of your destiny, the sculptor of your reality. But how many of you are truly harnessing its full potential? You are allowing your mind to be shaped by the winds of circumstance rather than shaping your circumstances with the power of your mind. I came here today to ignite a fire within you, a fire that will forge your mind into an unstoppable force, a fire that will burn away the limitations, the doubts and the fears that have held you back for far too long. You see, building the strongest mind isn't a luxury. It's not something you do when you have spare time. It's not something you postpone until tomorrow. It's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of joy and fulfillment is built. But let me tell you something. It's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would have an ironclad mind. Everyone would be living their dreams, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, leaving a legacy that echoes through eternity. No, it's not easy. But it's worth it. It's worth every ounce of effort, every drop of sweat, every moment of discomfort, because when you build the strongest mind, you build the strongest life. So how do we do it? How do we forge a mind that can withstand any storm, overcome any obstacle, and turn any challenge into an opportunity? First, we must understand that our mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger with resistance. It expands with challenge. It thrives on adversity. So many of us spend our lives trying to avoid difficulty, trying to find the easy path. But the easy path leads to a weak mind, a mind that crumbles at the first sign of trouble. Instead, we must seek out challenges. We must actively look for opportunities to stretch our mental capacities. When you face a problem, don't run from it. Don't look for someone else to solve it for you. Embrace it. Dive into it head first. Let it push you to your limits, because it's at our limits that we grow. Think about it. When you go to the gym to build physical strength, do you lift weights that are comfortable? Do you stick to exercises that are easy? Of course not. You push yourself. You increase the weight. You try new, more challenging exercises. You feel the burn, the strain, the discomfort, because you know that's where growth happens. The same principle applies to your mind. If you want to build the strongest mind, you need to engage in mental weightlifting. You need to tackle problems that seem impossible. You need to pursue goals that scare you. You need to step out of your comfort zone and into the arena of growth. But it's not just about facing challenges. It's about how you face them. It's about your mindset, your perspective. You see, the strongest minds aren't just tough. They're not just resilient. They're optimistic. They're curious. They're hungry for growth. When you face a setback, do you see it as a failure or as a lesson? When you encounter an obstacle, do you see it as a roadblock or as an opportunity to innovate? When you make a mistake, do you beat yourself up, or do you ask, what can I learn from this? The strongest minds are always learning, always growing, always evolving. They don't just accept information, they question it. They don't just follow the crowd. They chart their own path. They don't just consume knowledge, they create it. So I challenge you today, become a lifelong learner. Cultivate an insatiable curiosity about the world around you. Read voraciously. Not just books that confirm what you already believe, but books that challenge your assumptions. Engage in conversations with people who think differently from you. Not to argue, but to understand. Remember, the goal isn't to be right. The goal is to get it right. And to get it right, you need to be willing to admit when you're wrong. You need to be humble enough to know that you don't know everything, and courageous enough to change your mind when presented with new evidence. This is how you build a mind that's not just strong, but flexible. A mind that can adapt to any situation, that can thrive in any environment. Building the strongest mind isn't just about what you put into it. It's also about what you choose to keep out. In today's world, we're bombarded with information, with distractions, with noise. And if we're not careful, this constant barrage can weaken our minds, scatter our focus, and drain our mental energy. So you must become a gatekeeper of your mind. You must be selective about what you allow to occupy your mental space. Are you filling your mind with information that empowers you or with gossip that drags you down? Are you surrounding yourself with people who inspire you to grow or with those who encourage you to stay small? Remember, your mind is prime real estate. Don't let just anyone or anything set up shop there. Be intentional about what you expose yourself to. Choose to feed your mind with positivity, with inspiration, with knowledge that propels you forward. And speaking of propelling forward, let's talk about goals. The strongest minds are always oriented towards the future. They're always reaching, always striving, always pushing towards something greater. But here's the key. Your goals must be big enough to scare you, but specific enough to guide you. Vague aspirations like I want to be successful or I want to make a difference are not enough. They don't give your mind a clear target to focus on. Instead, set concrete, measurable goals. Goals that stretch you beyond your current capabilities. Goals that force you to become more than you are right now. And here's the beautiful thing. The process of pursuing these goals is what builds your mental strength. It's not about achieving the goal itself. It's about who you become in the pursuit of that goal. Every time you push past your perceived limits, every time you overcome a setback, every time you find a way when there seems to be no way, you're building mental muscle. You're expanding your capacity. You're becoming stronger. But let me tell you something. This journey of building the strongest mind is not a solo endeavor. Yes, the work is yours to do. The challenges are yours to face. The growth is yours to experience. But you don't. In fact, one of the hallmarks of the strongest minds is their ability to connect with others, to build relationships, to collaborate. Think about it. No great achievement in human history was ever accomplished by a single individual working in isolation. Behind every breakthrough, every innovation, every revolution, there was a team. There were mentors. There were supporters. So as you embark on this journey to build the strongest mind, surround yourself with people who believe in you, people who challenge you. Find mentors who have walked the path you want to walk. Learn from their successes and their failures. Seek out their wisdom, but don't just passively receive their knowledge. Engage with it. Question it. Apply it to your own unique circumstances. And as you grow, as you build your mental strength, remember to lift others up along the way. Share your knowledge. Offer your support. Be a beacon of inspiration for those around you. Because the true knights don't just build themselves up. They build others up too. They understand that true strength isn't about being better than others. It's about making others better. Now let's talk about one of the most crucial elements in building the strongest mind. Discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the daily practice of choosing what you want most over what you want. Building mental strength requires consistent, deliberate effort. It's not something you can do sporadically when you feel inspired. It's not something you can outsource or automate. It's a daily commitment to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to grow yourself. This means developing habits that support your mental growth. It means setting aside time each day for learning, for reflection, for planning. It means doing the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the things that most people avoid. Wake up early when you'd rather sleep in. Read that challenging book when you'd rather watch TV. Have that difficult conversation when you'd rather avoid it. Push through that mental fatigue when you'd rather give up. These daily acts of discipline are like reps in the gym for your mind. Each one makes you a little bit stronger, a little bit more resilient, a little bit more capable. But here's the key. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes or never falling short. It's about consistency. It's about getting back up when you fall. It's about recommitting to your goals every single day, regardless of how you feel or what obstacles you face. And let me tell you, there will be obstacles, there will be setbacks. There will be moments of doubt, of fear, of frustration. These are not signs that you're failing. These are opportunities for growth. These are the resistance that your mind needs to grow stronger. When you face these moments, and you will face them, remember why you started this journey. Remember the vision you have for your life. Remember the impact you want to make in the world. Let these reminders fuel your resolve. Let them ignite your passion. Let them strengthen your commitment to building the strongest mind possible. And here's the truth. The world needs your strongest mind. It needs your ideas, your creativity, your leadership. It needs your unique perspective, your innovative solutions, your unwavering determination. In a world that's constantly changing, in a future that's increasingly uncertain, the most valuable asset you can develop is a mind that's strong enough to adapt, to innovate, to lead. So I challenge you today, commit to building the strongest mind possible. Not just for yourself, but for the impact you can have on the world around you. Imagine what you could achieve with a mind that's unshakable in its belief, unstoppable in its determination, and unlimited in its potential. Imagine the problems you could solve, the lives you could touch, the legacy you could leave. This is not just a possibility. This is your responsibility. You have been given a mind with infinite potential. It's your duty to develop it, to strengthen it, to use it in service of something greater than yourself. So how do you start? How do you begin this journey of building the strongest mind? It starts with a decision. A decision to no longer settle for mediocrity. A decision to no longer let your circumstances dictate your mental state. A decision to take full responsibility for the development of your mind. From this moment on, commit to being a student of life. Approach each day with a learner's mindset. Be curious. Ask questions. Challenge your assumptions. Question your beliefs. Be willing to change your mind in the face of new evidence. This flexibility, this willingness to grow and evolve is a hallmark of the strongest minds. Develop a voracious appetite knowledge. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to podcasts that expose you to new ideas. Engage in conversations that stretch your understanding. But don't just consume information. Apply it. Test it. Use it to solve real-world problems. The strongest minds are not just repositories of knowledge. They're laboratories where knowledge is tested, refined, and put into action. Practice mental toughness. When you face a challenge, don't shrink from it. Lean into it. When you feel like giving up, push a little harder. When you're tempted to take the easy way out, choose the path of growth instead. Cultivate emotional intelligence. Understand your emotions, learn to manage them, use them as data to inform your decisions, not as directors of your actions. The strongest minds are not devoid of emotion. They're masters of emotion. Develop a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn, to improve, to overcome. See failures not as indictments of your worth, but as stepping stones to success. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Practice mindfulness. Learn to be present in the moment, to focus your attention where you choose, to observe your thoughts without being controlled by them. This mental clarity, this ability to direct your focus is a superpower in to take care of your physical health. Your mind doesn't exist in isolation. It's intimately connected to your body. Exercise regularly, eat nutritious food, get adequate sleep. These physical habits have a profound impact on your mental. Surround yourself with positivity. Choose to be around people who inspire you, who challenge you, who believe in you. Limit your exposure to negativity, to cynicism, to small thinking. Your environment shapes your mind, so shape your environment intentionally. Set ambitious goals. Dreams that scare you and excite you in equal measure. Then break these goals down into actionable steps. Take consistent action towards them every single day. Let the pursuit of these goals be the forge in which you build your mental strength. Embrace discomfort. Seek out situations that push you out of your comfort zone. Volunteer for that challenging project at work. Speak up in that meeting where you'd usually stay silent. Take on that responsibility that feels just beyond your current ability. Practice gratitude. Train your mind to focus on the good in your life, on the opportunities rather than the obstacles. This positive focus doesn't just make you happier. It makes you more resilient, more creative, more capable of seeing solutions where others see only problems. Develop your communication skills. Learn to articulate your thoughts clearly and persuasively. Practice active listening. Become adept at understanding and connecting with others. The strongest minds are not just powerful in isolation. They're able to influence and inspire others. Cultivate patience. Understand that building the strongest mind is a lifelong journey. It's not about overnight transformations. It's about consistent incremental progress. Celebrate small victories. Learn from setbacks. Trust the process. Practice self-reflection. Regularly take time to examine your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Are they aligned with your goals? Are they serving your growth? Are they contributing to the person you want to become? This self-awareness is crucial for intentional growth. Personal philosophy. What do you stand for? What are your core values? What principles guide your decisions? Having this clarity of purpose gives your mind a North Star to navigate by, especially in times of uncertainty or challenge. Learn to manage stress. Understand that stress, in the right amount, can be a catalyst for growth, but chronic unmanaged stress can weaken your mind. Develop strategies to cope with stress effectively. Whether it's through meditation, exercise, journaling, or other techniques, find what works for you and make it a regular practice. Cultivate creativity. Engage in activities that stimulate your imagination. Whether it's art, music, writing, or problem solving, find ways to exercise your creative muscles regularly. The ability to think originally, to connect disparate ideas, to innovate, is a hallmark of the strongest mind. Develop your critical thinking skills. Learn to analyze information objectively, to spot logical fallacies, to question assumptions. In a world awash with information, the ability to think critically is more important than to practice empathy. The strongest minds are not just powerful, they're compassionate. They're able to understand and connect with others. This emotional intelligence, this ability to see the world from different perspectives, is a crucial component of mental. Learn to balance confidence with humility. Be confident in your abilities, but humble enough to know that you always have more to learn. The strongest minds are simultaneously self-assured and perpetually curious. That of your willpower, your ability to delay gratification, to choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, is a key indicator of mental strength. Practice this in small ways every day. Choose the apple over the cookie. Choose the book over the TV show. Choose the hard conversation over the easy silence. Learn to embrace uncertainty. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to thrive in uncertainty is crucial. Don't shy away from ambiguity. Learn to make decisions with incomplete information, to act boldly in the face of the unknown. Cultivate resilience. Life will knock you down, that's a given. What matters is how quickly you get back up. Develop the mental toughness to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from failures, to keep moving forward no matter what obstacles you practice visualization. The strongest minds can see possibilities that others can't. They can envision a future that doesn't yet exist and then work to make it a reality. Regularly visualize your goals, your ideal future. Make it vivid, make it detailed, make it real in your mind. Develop a bias towards action. The strongest minds don't just think. They do. They understand that knowledge without action is useless, so don't just consume information, apply it, test it. Use it to create value in the world. Learn to manage your energy. Mental strength isn't about being on all the time. It's about knowing when to push and when to rest, when to focus intensely and when to relax. Develop routines that help you manage your mental energy. Cultivate a sense of purpose. The strongest minds are driven by something bigger than themselves. They're not just chasing success for its own sake. They're working towards a vision of a better world. What's your purpose? What's the impact you want to have? Let this drive you, inspire you, push you to grow stronger every day. Remember, building the strongest mind is not a destination, it's a journey. A lifelong commitment to growth, to learning, to becoming the best version of yourself is not always easy. In fact, it's often incredibly challenging. There will be days when you feel like you're making no progress, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, when your motivation wanes and doubts creep in. But it's precisely in these moments that your commitment to building the strongest mind is most crucial. Think about it. If building mental strength were easy, everyone have an unshakable mind. The very difficulty of this journey is what makes it so valuable, so transformative. It's in the struggle that we grow, in the challenges that we evolve. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And the strongest minds are built through adversity. Each obstacle you overcome, each moment of doubt you push through, each challenge you face head on, these are the building blocks of your mental fortitude. But how do you persevere when the going gets tough? How do you stay committed to your growth when it feels like you're not making progress? First, you must reframe your perspective on difficulty. Instead of seeing challenges as burdens, see them as opportunities. Every problem you face is a chance to exercise your mental muscles, to develop new skills, to prove to yourself what you're capable of. When you encounter a setback, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? This shift in perspective turns obstacles from roadblocks into stepping stones. Next, focus on the process, not just the outcome. Building the strongest mind is not about reaching a final destination. It's about the daily habits, the consistent efforts, the small victories that accumulate over time. Celebrate these small wins. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how incremental it may seem. Never a growth mindset. Understand that your abilities are not fixed. Your intelligence, your skills, your mental strength, these can all be developed through dedication and hard work. And you face a challenge that seems beyond your current abilities, remind yourself, I may not be able to do this yet, but I can learn. I can grow. Practice self-compassion. Building mental strength doesn't mean being harder on yourself all the time. It means understanding that growth is a process, that mistakes are inevitable, that setbacks are part of the journey. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. But self-compassion doesn't mean making excuses or letting yourself off the hook. It means acknowledging your struggles, learning from your mistakes, and then recommitting to your goals with renewed determination. Cultivate resilience. This is perhaps the most crucial aspect of building mental strength. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep moving forward in the face of setbacks. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to fail forward. How do you build resilience? Through experience. Each time you face a challenge and come out the other side, you prove to yourself that you can overcome adversity. You build confidence in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. So seek out challenges. Don't shy away from difficult situations. See them as opportunities to build your resilience muscle. Remember, the more you practice bouncing back, the better you'll become at it. Develop a support system. While the work of building mental strength is ultimately yours to do, having a strong support network can make a world of difference. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage your growth, who challenge you to be better. Find mentors who have walked the path you're on. Learn from their experiences. Seek their guidance when you're facing difficulties. But remember, a mentor's role is not to solve your problems for you, but to help you develop the strength to solve them yourself. Practice mindfulness. In a world full of distractions, the ability to focus your mind, to be present in the moment, is a superpower. Mindfulness helps you manage stress, improves your decision making, and enhances your emotional regulation. All crucial aspects of mental strength. Start a daily mindfulness practice. It doesn't have to be long. Even 5 minutes a day can make a significant difference. Focus on your breath, observe your thoughts without judgment. Practice being fully present in whatever you're doing. Take care of your physical health. Your mind and body are intimately connected. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, adequate sleep These are not just good for your physical health, they're essential for your mental strength. Physical exercise, in particular, has been shown to have powerful effects on mood, stress levels, and cognitive function. Develop healthy coping mechanism. Life will inevitably throw challenges your way. Having healthy ways to deal with stress and adversity is crucial. This might be through exercise, meditation, journaling, or talking with a trusted friend. Find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Get challenging but achievable goals. Goals give your mind something to focus on, a direction to move in. But these goals should stretch you beyond your comfort zone. They should require you to grow, to develop new skills, to become more than you currently are. Break these big goals down into smaller, actionable steps. Celebrate each milestone you reach. Use these successes to fuel your motivation for the next challenge. Cultivate a learning mindset. The strongest minds are always hungry for knowledge, always seeking to expand their understanding. Make learning a lifelong habit. Read widely. Engage in stimulating conversations. Seek out new experiences. Challenge your assumptions. But don't just passively consume information. Apply what you learn. Test it in the real world. Use it to solve problems, to create value, to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Develop emotional intelligence. Mental strength isn't just about cognitive abilities. It's also about understanding and managing your emotions and being able to empathize with others. Practice recognizing your emotions without. Learn to see things from other people's perspectives. Develop your ability to communicate effectively, to resolve conflicts, to build strong relationships. Cultivate gratitude. Training your mind to focus on the positive doesn't just make you happier. It makes you more resilient, more creative, more capable of seeing opportunities where others see only obstacles. Make gratitude a daily practice. Each day, take time to acknowledge the good in your life, no matter how small it may seem. Embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So deliberately seek out situations that challenge you, that make you a little uncomfortable. Speak up in that meeting where you'd usually stay silent. Take on that project that feels just beyond your current abilities. Have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Practice self-discipline. This is the ability to control your impulses, to choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure. It's a key component of mental strength. Start small. Choose the apple over the cookie, the book over the TV show. As you build your self-discipline muscle, you'll find it easier to make choices that align with your long-term goals. About a personal philosophy. What do you stand for? What are your core values? Having a clear sense of your principles gives your mind a compass to navigate by, especially in times of uncertainty or challenge. Regularly reflect on your values and whether your actions are aligned with them. Learn to manage your energy, not just your time. Mental strength isn't about being on all the time. It's about knowing when to push hard and when to rest, when to focus intensely and when to relax. Develop routines that help you manage your mental energy. Cultivate creativity. The ability to think originally, to connect disparate ideas, to innovate. These are hallmarks of the strongest minds. Engage in activities that stimulate your imagination. Practice. Challenge yourself to come up with multiple solutions to every problem you face. Develop your critical thinking skills. In a war to wash with information, the ability to think critically is more important than ever. Learn to analyze information objectively. Question assumptions. Develop the ability to form your own opinions rather than simply accepting what you practice. Visualization. The strongest minds can see possibilities that others can't. They can envision a future that doesn't yet exist and then work to make it a reality. Regularly visualize your goals, your ideal future. Make it vivid. Make it detailed. Make it real in your mind. Cultivate a bias towards action. The strongest minds don't just think. They do. They understand that knowledge without action is useless. So don't just consume information, apply it, test it. Use it to create value in the world. Embrace failure as a teacher. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. Don't shy away from failure. Learn from it. Analyze what went wrong. Adjust your approach. Try again with new knowledge and experience. Develop a growth-oriented self-talk. The way you talk to yourself has a profound impact on your mental strength. Replace self-limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of, I can't do this, say, I can learn to do this. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this is challenging, but I'm capable of handling it. Remember, building the strongest mind is not about reaching a final destination. It's about committing to a lifelong journey of growth and self-improvement. It's about becoming a little bit stronger, a little bit more resilient, a little bit more capable each day. So embrace the challenge. Embrace the difficulty. Embrace the journey. Because with each obstacle you overcome, with each fear you face, with each limit you push past, you're not just building a stronger mind, you're building a stronger you. You're becoming the person you are meant to be, capable of achieving things you once thought impossible, ready to make a real difference in the world. The journey to building the strongest mind is not easy, but it is worth it. It's worth every ounce of effort, every moment of discomfort, every challenge you face. Because when you build the strongest mind, you build the strongest life. You become unstoppable, unshakable, ready to turn your dreams into reality and leave. Sorry, man. Start today, start now. Take that first step towards building the strongest mind you can imagine. Your future self will thank you.